Welcome to 5D Channels and Chats Special Edition podcast. I am Rachel Chamness, a shamanic channel and mentor at Soundwaves Heal. Today's episode is part of a special series to give you a real peek inside TAG, my monthly membership. This is a community of lightworkers looking to deepen their connection to higher dimensional light beings and their extraordinary healing and light grids. Lightworkers, what you're about to experience is just a fraction of what we do in TAG every program, not to mention the extensive library of healings, meditations, and transmissions from higher dimensional light beings that is constantly growing. If this sounds like what you've been looking for to advance your light work, we would love to have you. Go to soundwaveshill.com/tag and sign up. We can't wait to welcome you. Hi and welcome. I'm Rachel Chamness at Soundwaves Heal. I am a shamanic channel and mentor. Last episode was the Garden Fairy Hiawatha with an activation to your faith spirit team. And today's episode is a Pleiadian named Armand. I'll be trance-channeling and bringing his healing forward. He is bringing an alignment for you to solar light, which is very important, and he will tell us why. We will begin with a liquid Reiki shamanic sound healing for releasing any false light that you might be carrying or might be in your field, and a true clearing so that you can absorb the connections to the solar, sun, and light that Armand will be bringing forward. Take a deep breath in and release. Be sure to drink lots of water with these activations and clearings, as they might be stronger than you think. I am Armand, and it is a pleasure to be here. I have much enjoyed coming through this channel, and I am happy to explain more about who I am and why I have brought to you a solar light attunement. I am a Pleiadian being, as is my incarnation at this time. Like you, I am also a being of light, part of Source. But at this time, I reside in the Pleiades. There are times when I come closer to the earth itself, but for now I am speaking to you from a collective of 12. The 12 Pleiadians that sit together and send our consciousness to those who will channel us, like this medium has done. And so I speak for the collective here, and we are not always the same 12, but sometimes change. But I have been here for some time and have spoken through this medium before many years ago. At that time, I was also a part of the group known as Abraham, which is a soul collective of many beings who speak through a famous speaker and channel in your world that you may know. At this time, I am not part of the collective of Abraham, though one of us still is. That is also a collective with many souls that change. It is a collective of both incarnate and carnate beings of higher density. We ourselves are in the 6th and 7th density. Some of us in the higher part of the 6th density coming to 7th, and some of us in the lower part of the 7th density or dimension, as you may call it. And this is only how we perceive the world and what we are made of that makes this dimension or density as a description of what we are. And so you are in third and fourth density. And what that means is that you are in a very time-controlled place, although I'm sure that you see the differences when time is not always the same. And that is because sometimes you go higher into the fourth dimension or density, sometimes into the fifth, sometimes higher in meditation or perhaps healing work or channeling. That is what is happening as you feel yourself get lighter and you feel yourself coming perhaps even out of your body or higher than your body or vibrating at a different speed or fluctuation or frequency as you feel yourself expand. And you may feel that also when you watch something like this, where a being from a higher dimension is speaking to you through a medium. You may also feel that expansion of light. And that is what it is, for you are a being who is going towards a larger expansion of light in your body, which will transform your body and also your person, your soul. You will find that at a higher density outside of time and outside of the constraints of the third dimension, you will feel a great change in the way that you feel and sense and see and experience your world. And we are so very happy to help you do this. And you have so many helpers to help you. Every single one of you has many, many helpers available to bring forward for this. And so, yes, we are in the Pleiades at this time, transmitting ourselves through long distances. And this is very easy for us to do. We raise our light vibration and send to you through this medium. And to do that, we just come into a meditative state, would be the best way to describe it to you. And our light grows. In this stage of ascension, you may be experiencing these moments yourself, where you find yourself expanding and growing in your light body, where you feel unexplainable feelings and even happenings in your 3D world, where time is sometimes bending or changing, or where you find yourself in a situation where you may be on another timeline for things that you have experienced do not exist, or there is some question about how others have changed around you as you have changed. Of course, others around you reflect your changes to you as well. They find themselves different in your auric field because your auric field will affect them and their auric field can affect you. However, the stronger, higher vibration wins over a lower vibration and can transform the lower vibration. This is also called entrainment and works the same way as sound works and vibration works in your world. It is the same, meaning that the higher frequency takes over the lower frequency. When two frequencies are together, the stronger one will take over the less strong one. And this is not a judgment, for everyone has their path on this earth, as you have heard before. However, it is to show you that if your vibration is highly affected by others, if other people's vibration is constantly changing yours, then theirs is stronger than yours. And how can you fix that? Is to come more solidly into your body and into yourself, connect more deeply into the fifth dimensional earth, and connect more deeply to your higher self, to feel yourself in your body, to come into the present moment, to fill your life and your space with light, to continually work on yourself by releasing what no longer serves you, And by increasing love for yourself and others, and by taking the time to do spiritual work daily. We understand you are very busy. However, 10 to 15 minutes of spiritual work, even only this small amount, will make the day better, brighter, and easier. 30 minutes, even more. An hour will change your life. And so do what you can. Even 5 minutes, 10 minutes is better than nothing. Always connecting as you wake up and clearing your energy field by becoming aware of your energy field, breathing deeply, and releasing anything that no longer serves you, or asking your guides and helpers and angels to release it. You have very powerful helpers here with you. Even if you do not know a single spirit guide, your angels will do your bidding to help you in the highest light for the greatest good of all. And so you may ask at any time. We live on a very peaceful plane of a Pleiadian planet, Eros, and we very much love it here. It is a beautiful space. It is beautiful in every way. There is nature, as you have also, and it is very expansive. The vibration is high, and we spend much of our time helping others. Many on our planet do not need as much help as you might on Earth, as Earth is a place where many need help at this time. And so we help more there. In fact, this is part of our mission, and we have been helping many beings on your planet for a long time. I am not always the spokesperson for this group, only for this medium. And so many bring forth Pleiadians. And many times it is us or others like us. There are many groups of 12 who project themselves forward to bring help and to bring your ascension faster by teaching you and bringing healing for you. One of the most important things that you can do is to really connect to your own sun, which is very important for transforming your earth and your world, and to bring forward the light codes and the light itself. And this is why going outside and being in nature is really, really important. This is why you need to go outside. This is why you need to spend time outside. This is why you need to walk barefoot in the grass. This is why you need to feel the sun on your face when all possible, not just through a glass, but actually go outside. This is where you need to be walking outside as much as possible and not sitting at a desk too much. Or if you must sit at a desk, then you must find time to take walks. You may start with short walks and move on to longer ones, but it is very, very important. And when you take these walks, to do so without glasses, for solar light does come into your eyes. And if there's nothing between your eyes and the light, then that is better to walk without contacts, to walk without your glasses on your face, if you can. This is very helpful for absorbing the light and to always have the feeling that you are releasing negative energy into the earth to be transformed and bringing in positive energy or higher light energy to up-level your body. And if you do this often, you will find a great change in your life, and you will find that you are moving quite quickly on your path to ascension. For that is what you are experiencing, is your own path to ascension. This is very important to know. Your path is your path, and it will happen in the time that is perfect for you. You do not need to rush or panic that you will not be ready for this change, the reason that this change is so many years on the earth, is that everyone is experiencing it differently. This medium would like me to tell you where you are at in ascension on the day that this airs, even though she is not sure what day that will be. And yet the answer is always the same. There is nothing that's truly very, very timely. You may all be experiencing density at some time, but this time period isn't just 1 week, but maybe 6 or 7 weeks as it occurs. Because this density is not just 1 week, a certain day, a certain month, but it is wherever you are in your path. And many times, yes, your astrology, your planets do cause an upset or a bringing up of deep density to be cleared at the same time, but that doesn't mean that everyone is experiencing the same spot on their ascension timeline. Your ascension will come when you are ready. And yes, there may be a solar flash. However, will it be the same time for every single person? Is it a time limit that you are rushing up against? It is not. It is different for everyone. Will you see it? Maybe. But you will definitely experience it. And there is no rush. There is no timeline where you will take too long to get there. You must go at your own pace. It is important that you are always working on yourself, that you are always connecting to your higher self and to the earth, and that you are always bringing in energy and for you to release your own density into the earth, or however you would like to. There are many helpers in your realm, many light workers who can help you with your density. You need not do it alone, and you may empower yourself by learning to become more adept at releasing and healing the self through many ways, through healing modalities on your earth, which there are many to choose from, and many ways that you can connect to your own spirit guides and receive information to help you go forward. Lightworkers, I hope that you are being so deeply enriched by this episode and these connections. There is truly nothing that compares for your growth as a human, a healer, and a business owner to connect to the messages and healing of higher dimensional light beings who are here for our ascension. They are literally there waiting for you to ask for their guidance and help in all of these areas. And in our Tag Lightworker membership, we access them together every day and strengthen our ability to access them individually. If this sounds like the place for you, go to soundwavesheal.com, click on the membership button and sign up. We can't wait to see you there. As for connecting to the solar light, when you bring this into your body, you will grow and you will ascend higher on your timeline. It will help you release density, as I said, and also increase love in your heart space, increase light, and increase your ability to flow through your life in an easier way. This does not mean that there will be less hardships. There will be the same, or maybe even feel like more, because as you work through the hardships, and since now you know how to work through hardships at this stage that I'm speaking of, they may go quicker. As they come, you realize what's happening, you do your work, and they release, and you may come to another one quite quickly. And that is because you have chosen this, because you are trying to ascend at a faster rate. If you decide you do not want this, then you can change your mind and go at a slower rate. There is no rush, and you don't need to do the faster ascension unless it really is calling to you and you wish to help others on a large scale, and you are trying to get there faster so that you can help others and it feels very aligned to you, then you can. But even if you feel that strongly and you do not wish to go so fast right now, you need a break, then you can also request that from your angels and your guides, and you will receive it. When he is talking through me, it's really interesting. He shows me the 12 beings that he's speaking for. really when I see them, they're so full of light from what they're doing to send their consciousness here, that what I see is sort of a humanoid shapes. It looks like they're sitting cross-legged and they're in a circle, and there's so much white light that it looks like they are a circle of light, and there's a higher circle of light above them. It's like there's a mist of white light all around the circle and above. And then I sort of see Armand as in front of them, like he's the one speaking, so I sort of see his form. But then of course when he comes through me, then he shows me different things. He shows me from his perspective them all sitting together, and then he shows me also that there are many others, like you said, and it's just really cool. That's what I experience when I bring him through, and I just feel really happy. I feel lighthearted, and it feels really good. He makes me smile. I do consider myself a Pleiadian starseed, which of course just means that I receive a lot of help from Pleiadians. I've been there before. Of course, I've been to many places. I get even more help from blue avians, but I don't think I've ever been a blue avian. From what they tell me, I just have a blue avian friend who was a different being in the life that I knew him. So I'm speaking of Alparbium. If you've heard me bring him forward, he's my partner guide. But for the Pleiadians, I feel so connected. Like they are really the place that feels to me like possibly home, or a place that I've spent so much time. So it feels really good to bring them through. Of course, I consider Earth my home, and I hope that you do too, because we can't spend too much time wishing for another life, because in that life, we really wanted to come into this one and really experience this. And so it would be a shame if we wasted it by not being fully in our body or wishing we were somewhere else. So it's really important that you really make a concerted effort to become really seated into your body and do these sort of things that he's asking of you, because it is really important. And that's how you'll go forward. And not just spirituality. Spirituality is not something that you just put off until you have time. I'll do that later when I have time. What he's saying is do a little bit every day, and the rest of your day is going to go really easily. And I totally understand this because I can be very busy. I'm a mom, I have a big business, I have a lot of people that I help, and I have a lot of people that I teach, and I have a lot of things going on. I do a lot for my son and my husband, and there's a lot going on over here. But if I don't do the work, even just a little bit for myself, of course, I'm always doing it for others, then I find that my day is harder. And the more that we can give a little time to ourselves and for what we're going through and help ourselves and ask for help, then the easier our day is going to go. And now we have questions from the collective. These are questions asked from my 5D Daily Facebook group, and we'll bring the questions forward and have Armand answer.
Do the ascension symptoms we have on Earth ripple out and affect the beings around us?
Why, yes. The ascension work that you do does affect the entire universe. In fact, everything that happens on Earth does affect the universe and the galaxy. The higher vibrational work really reverberates through the galaxy, and we all benefit from it. We are all very much looking forward to your full ascension, and we are very much enjoying the process, and we hope that you are too. Everything that you do helps us, and we learn so much by helping you, and at some point you will be helping others as we do. When you come into the fifth density or dimension, when you come into the sixth, you will find that you are helping others in places like Earth. For right now, Earth is very important. It is a primary place where we are helping many souls, and there are so many beings on Earth. And so this is where most of us are spending our work and our time to help you. And there aren't many other places. In fact, it has been said before that Earth is the last planet to go to this higher dimension. That's not actually true, for there will be more. For all of the souls want this chance to work with these beings. And some of you have done it before, have worked with lower dimensional beings to help them ascend in other lives. And some of you came here to help people in person to ascend. This is what you might call a volunteer starseed. And yet there are some here who have not experienced it. So there will be more to experience. In the way that your light and your ascension helps and reverberates through the universe is that it helps us all go to a higher dimension. So we are always ascending, all of us. We are always working towards a higher dimension to go to and to experience all the different densities and understand them well, because we are all part of Source out in the world trying to understand all of these different concepts to grow. And so it is. Oh, that was such a joyful response, wasn't it? Good question. He loves answering these questions. He feels so joyful. And our last question.
How can we gauge where we are at personally on our ascension journey? And as a collective, where are we at percentage-wise through this shift?
How you can gauge where you are at in this ascension process is very simple. How do you feel? Do you feel good most of the time? Are you able to really mitigate all of the darkness or the density that's coming your way? Are you very good at going through your lessons and then receiving the new one? This is the way that you can tell. If you are feeling more joy and happiness in your life despite the difficulties, then you are more than 50% through. And as a collective, you have many on your planet who are 70 or 80%. And you have many on your planet who are 30%. So as a collective, it is quite a scale of how far people are. I would use 65% as a collective, for all of you need to come to at least 80% before the entire Earth can shift. So there won't be anyone past the 80% mark yet. These are your leaders who are helping you grow, that you might see often, that you might watch, that you might be working with. And there are many leaders also who are at 65% and even lower, who are helping those beneath them to come up to their percent as their percent grows and grows and grows. And so it is different for everyone, but as a whole, you are getting there. You are getting there. So more than halfway for a median percent. Now Armand's going to bring through the solar light alignment, which should help you a great deal align more to solar light codes, which, as you've heard, will help transform your body and help you hold more light and hold more love, which is really important for your next stages of ascension. No matter where you're at, if you're at 30% or if you're at 80%, then this will help. Hai o sori ke si apai ane ai amananane atsu ko siri si otakarashi no yalayai ai o sodoyo do kesiti anayo do han ma chotikisi ai no kosori amalaya Sariko shudi abdai alalei and a koto to the sea. I atoko to the sea, amanana, yada yada crazy yada yaya. I the kia sato to see you. Hayana hey, ha koto to sit cresia la la ye. I am a koshidi hui. Ela kuriam staia sira gerisnet kotkosha tataye. Ai kurusim nanana toyo poko kokoshu siamana hey ane. Oh, sayada de si ududu. Ayada de hi ududu. Oh, ayane, oh, ayane, oh, ayane, oh, ayana so dia kakakayana. Hi, na na na, hey, ya to chori ki si ala no, pole we o ma shi ya ya. Hi, na ye o. Hi, That was neat. I could feel at the end, he was like bringing the light through, and I could see the 12 behind me. Like, usually I'm seeing them in front of me in my third eye, but as he's showing me his thoughts, I see them kind of behind him and like the light coming through and coming through his hands. That was really cool. Thank you all for coming today. I'd like to tell you that our next episode's very special. One of my master practitioners at Sound Waves Heal, a former student, Michelle London, will be bringing forth her partner guide, who is Chow, a mantis being of light, an insectoid. And he is a really interesting character. She'll be channeling from him a heart and mind integration activation. So have a lovely day, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Lightworkers, what an honor it has been to share this space with you again. I hope you have received guidance and clarity from our time here together. Remember that this is just the tiny tip of the iceberg of what's available to you in the Tag Lightworkers membership. Come join us at soundwaveshill.com. I can't wait to meet you inside. Until then, this has been Rachel Chamness on 5D Channels and Chats Special Edition Podcast. See you next time.